Hello, everybody, and a very happy new year to all of you out there, all of our brothers and sisters, and our loyal following here on YouTube and in the QPW tribe.
Yes, this is a short video just to say happy first moon. We're starting today the 13 moon calendar. We're super excited because now we feel the amount of people that have kind of felt the calling to come into this new way of experiencing not only time but life, living moon by moon with a different totem energy and wave spell by wave spell with that energy that we know we've been harnessing for, 3 years now?
Right, so for many of you watching this video, you will have been following our channel for a while. Many of you on the YouTube platform also are part of our QPW tribe. And you know that most of our focus has really been working with the 260 days Zolkin, which is the part of the 1320 calendar, but there's also the 13 moon solar year aspect. And we've kind of been highlighting both, right, Bella, over the last few years. But within our tribe, we've been doing 13-day immersions and really sinking into the 260 sacred rounds. However, we're about to embark on a new journey with this incredibly powerful year of the Yellow Resonant Seed, which is absolutely perfect after the very tumultuous year we've just had with the rhythmic storm. And it's all very much part of the new earth kind of compass points that we've been directing ourselves as a tribe, as individuals, as a partnership, and trying to share as best as possible with all of you out there. And we want to invite all of you who've been following us for a while to step into this new part of the journey, but also to say a big hello to all of the new subscribers who've just jumped onto this channel recently, probably after watching our brother Stefan's video where we got to share about the day out of time. And, you know, it's really beautiful, Bella, to read in the comments just how many of you have already been working with the 1320 time codes, maybe even were part of the harmonic convergence back in 87. And, you know, we've developed a special way of working with it in our tribe here that perhaps is a little different and unique, but really honors the whole 13 aspect of working with the goddess.
Right.
So we're just going to take maybe 5 to 10 minutes today just to share a couple of slides as part of all of this, but really just inviting all of you to step into this journey with us. If you're new to the channel, we have a wealth of material here. We do a fortnightly show called the Quantum Compass, where we always preview the incoming wave spell. We're currently in the wave spell of the White Magnetic Mirror. And we also have a number of other videos we do looking at constellational astrology, looking at the stellar nations pathway of the cosmic history codes. And also I do a daily Mayan Glyph short that you can check out on the shorts page, just 24 hours ahead of time to give everybody a little 3-minute heads up on the day that's incoming, but also to keep us on track. So please do make use of all of those tools. They're on our platform. But really, we just want to take a few minutes now just to kind of add some gravitas to what we're sensing coming ahead of us and how we're going to be entering into it. Right, Bella?
Yes.
Right.
And also, if you're new and you want to be part of our tribe, it's free to register on our platform. There is a lot of information. There are courses. There are many things there, and we do live calls there on a regular basis. So you're more than welcome to join us in the tribe. It's a tribe that has been growing, people that are already super quantum, and they're all very helpful and compassionate people. So
Right, so to check that out, just head over to www.quantumplanet.world. Please do head to the subscription so you can keep being informed of all of the different things we're up to, and also to perhaps try and join the Quantum Planet tribe. We do have regular tribal calls where we discuss all manner of stuff, things that are going on in our daily lives that are relevant and helpful to each other, as well as looking at big picture stuff and having mature conversations, often about quite difficult and sometimes far out topics, but in the grounded way that allows each and everybody's voice to be heard. We're very, very strong on that in our tribe. Everybody is able to be seen and be heard if they wish. But all of that aside, we want to, again, just wish everybody a very happy Yellow Resonant Seed Day, because today is the glyph of the Yellow Resonant Seed, which makes it the year bearer for this next 364 days, right?
that's correct. So this is going to be the energy, the year bearer energy is the seed. And when we talk about the seed, we can see ourselves as the seeds that are being planted on the soil of our lives. So what is it that you want to plant today and you want to tend to for the 13 moons to come and see it grow. So you can think of projects, you can think of changes in your life, you can think of having a garden. That would be a wonderful thing too, or grow your own food. Whatever your project or idea, today is the day to put that energy into the soil. And in fact, for the next 28 days, because the moon lasts 28 days and is a whole period of time for you to be magnetizing and thinking, what do I want for this next new year? Yesterday, on the day out of time, the 25th of July, we reset, we recalibrated, and we received the new codes. So how do you want your new life to be different? If we're thinking that we're starting a whole process of new earth with new cosmic seeds, what is it that you're envisioning for yourself?
Right, so a big part of what we do in our tribe is to sync into what we would call the timelines or the avatars relevant to the timelines. And of course, in New Earth, we're very much stepping into really new territory. And so what we've been working on within our tribe is really activating the inner pioneer, which any new people landing on any new land would have to do. And of course, in the old days, there was no technology, there was no GPS, there was just the stars, your intuition, and an innate ability to forage and find seeds and plants that would actually nourish you, all of which is part of being a pioneer. And we would like to invite all of you into that kind of imaginal space and actually anchor it within yourself as a way of really telling yourself, I'm ready to step onto the shores of New Earth and actually connect with the natural intelligence, the NI, as we like to call it, but most of all with the seed intelligence. And as we can see here from these beautiful pictures, we have that nice image on the right-hand side that somehow sums up everything that our tribe is about. It's a pyramid denoting time with off-planet energies, a harmonious tribal gathering, and the beautiful seeds of the wonderful cacao plant there also, as well as many flowers and crystals and other things that we like in our tribe too.
More than anything, connection to earth. And this is why we feel very excited to have jumped fully into this way of living, which is a cycle of time that is connected to the sun and the moon at the same time. And then the sacred round gives us the galactic frequency that realigns us with the rest of the cosmos. So on this year, which starts today, July 26th of 2025, it's a whole process of 364 days until July 25th of 2026. So think of your cycle of life. How do you want to experience this new way of living? Maybe you've been thinking about changing jobs, changing the dynamics in your family or your relationships, starting a new earth kind of project. Whatever it is, you have 28 days to dream about it, to write, to map it out, and do all of this to start magnetizing it. That's right. So the other part of these, the yellow resonant seed, the resonant means that number 7, which is the bar with the 2 dots. And number 7 means attunement and alignment. And at the same time, we're aligned with the cosmic energy going through the mystical column of the soul kin. We'll show you some pictures in a minute so that you have a visual of that. But what it means is that we are aligning ourselves not only with the earth, but also with coherence in time, coherence in an energetic system, and coherence of what we are going to be putting in the soil.
Right, so maybe as part of your New Earth intentions, and maybe you're feeling the need to change locations, maybe develop more of a connection with the land. Many of us are now feeling that call very, very strongly to actually get out with our hands in the earth, planting seeds, growing fruits and vegetables, things that will nourish us, that will be good for us, that won't have anything added to it that doesn't need to be there. And also how to do that perhaps with a view to being in community. This is part of our big tribal intention setting for the next 13 moons, because when we're working with 13 moons in 364 days, it gives us a much longer time span to still work with the 13 tones of creation that are part of the navigation guide to quantum consciousness, which you can also find on QPW, because we work with a 1320 primarily normally in 13-day wave spells, which are really, really good for the day-to-day kinds of projects you need. But if you're planning a big life change, then maybe it's going to take the 13 different steps over the course of a year to actually come to a sort of a manifestation and a place of conclusion and fulfillment.
So as part of saying happy new 13 moon cycle and happy new time, because we feel this is a new time for new earth, I wanted to infuse the energy of the video with the actual affirmation that is going to be for the whole year. So the affirmation for this, for the Yellow Resonant Seed, is I channel in order to target inspiring awareness. I seal the input of flowering with the resonant tone of attunement. I am guided by the power of intelligence. We have the energy of the yellow warrior guiding us throughout the whole year. So bring your inner warrior through the process of these big changes and big building of whatever you want to build in your life that is going to be for your highest good and the highest good of all.
So this is how we do it in our house, right?
So I wanted to share my maps, just a way of making it playful. On the left, you can see the 260-day Solkin. You can take a rock or a little crystal and follow the process day by day. You see we're in the mystical column right in the middle. Then we have the turtle where you have 13 moons. So I moved my little turtle. It's right now in the first moon. And you can follow again the 28 days. I love to use the cards for it as well. You can draw them if you want. And then on the right, I have a whole sacred round, which has the glyphs, the tones, and even the I Ching. So a lot to play with. It's a way of playing, but it's also a way of being present day by day as you move the turtles through the cycles. You are integrating that process within yourself. So this is just an example, and you can be playful and creative with it. Draw it or print out some of those images and just see how you get on.
Right, and of course you can see here the influence of the turtle or the tortoise is very, very strong in this house. And in general, we are a turtle tribe, and we'll be talking more a little bit at the end here about the legend of Turtle Island, which is a big part of our 13 moon journey. And the turtle, it really is the totem of the 13 moons.
Mm-hmm. And you can see here, those two pictures are showing pretty much the same. The one on the left shows us where we are today, which is the Yellow Resonant Seed. And you can see the mystical column is that channel right in the middle of the Solkin or the sacred round. And is the process of 28 days. We're going through a gateway, which activates all of our energy system, realigns us. So it's wonderful that we have the day out of time and the process of starting a whole new 13 moon calendar while we are in this in the center, in the mystical column. So I'm super excited that the synchronicities just keep on piling up. Anything you want to add there? And just here, I wanted to show the 13 moons. You can also print out one of those. I found this one in Spanish, but I'm sure there are plenty in English as well. It's just a visual of the first moon and day one. So we're starting a whole new cycle, magnetizing, and you can read it as well with the tones that we use in the process of the Solkin. So the first moon is the magnetic tone, and we are thinking of how from the void, from that point of unity, you start to magnetize the idea, the mapping, or anything that you want to process for the next 13 months.
Right. So the big, real core teaching that we have in our tribe is how to be multidimensional. And we do that through layering different correspondences, synchronicities, what we call different inner quantum compass points, all of which is really developing and activating our inner quantum technology. And the Mayans left this technology to be downloaded by our brother Jose back in the 80s. And the system is absolutely scientifically precise and profound. And we've explored it quite extensively, as we know many other people in the world have too.
We even know of many people like in big crypto coins that follow these calendars. So I think in the background, many other people have been using the same calendar. But maybe not openly. And I think now is the moment that we all go out into the world and start living in this way.
Yeah, sorry, Bella, go on.
So the other thing I wanted to add about this first moon is the magnetic moon. We talked about this in the Quantum Compass show, how it is the totem is the bat, and how it can also connect to the magnetism of the planet and the different electromagnetic currents. So here's where you can start feeling the threads. How do you want to connect? What resonates with you? And define the purpose. What is the purpose? What is your goal? You have 28 days to define it, but start drafting something, getting the ideas, meditating, and see what do you really want for your life now.
Right, so as we can see here in Spanish, this is the magnetic moon of the bat. And as part of our unfolding of the 13 moon almanac, we will be deep diving on each of the totem animals through a series of transmissions each month, whilst we layer in a variety of different quantum coordinates that will include cosmology, constellational astrology, the Knights of the Round Table, and also a 13-tree calendar, as well as many other bits and pieces. But all of these give us a different correspondence, which when you look through the magnetic tone as number one, they will all be the same. And this is true of all of the 13 steps. And the more that we explore our world in general, the more that we can see that there is really always a 13 and not a 12. And that's something that some people have often asked is like, well, the 1260, we've been working with it so long, surely it's effective. And yes, it does work, but it doesn't have the same coherency that the complete 1320 has. And also, some people have also questioned, well, there are lots of different Mayan calendars. Well, many of them are a little bit incomplete. They haven't been fully understood. What we have here is what we call the synchronotron, which is a downloaded piece of high Mayan technology that gives us something in these tumultuous times as an anchor point that even if we lost electricity, if we lost the ability of the internet, we can still navigate day to day by knowing which of the tones, which of the wavespells we're in, and which of the energy patterns we're receiving that day, and which of the patterns we're working with. And if we're unsure, we can always look at the stars and the constellations, all of which ties in beautifully. So this is a system that ensures that we don't lose track of time.
Yeah.
But time is art.
And we are being supported by the astrological movement. For example, Saturn being with Neptune is telling us that this is the moment we dissolve time and we enter a whole new way of experiencing time. So that is the process that we're doing. And what you can see here is the 13 steps that we will follow in our new journey to Turtle Island,
Yes.
or to being pioneers of New Earth. And we're inviting all of you, whether you join us on the private course or you do it yourself. Here's the map. You can draw it, you can color it, you can just watch the quantum compass and feel how it resonates with you, and you do the transition from the Gregorian, which is a Babylonian inherited calendar of a frequency that is 1260, which is not connecting us to the natural cycles of life or to our own DNA, and switch to the 1328 and the 1320 frequencies, which are reflected in our body and in the golden mean ratio, which is the way, the sacred geometry on how nature creates absolutely everything. From a fetus in the womb of a mother to any seed or any plant, we all follow the same frequency and pattern. And this is what we're realigning with.
Right. So, one of the other ongoing things that we've been doing in our tribe for a while is looking at the nature of time and the Atlantean timeline tsunami, the fragmentation of the timelines of the past, and how all of that has been used in conjunction with the 1260 calendar and many other things in our world that have been offset from that particular, what we would call a timeline hack or a splice. And so there are many videos and courses that we've been putting out over the last 3 years, looking at all of this, investigating with an open mind, what the hell happened here? And I think we're all coming to a point, particularly with the incredible surge of energy that just came with the day out of time. It seems that many people are now realizing the same that we realized some time back, which is that we need to do things differently. And we have here a mechanism that allows us to step into a much more organic, fractal way of being. So many people have been asking, how do I enact this in my daily life? Well, we've been pointing people to our videos for a long time. We always say the best way to really understand it is to live it. And you can only do that by following the guides and doing the direct experience, which is what we've been teaching our tribe for the last 3 years, and also participating in and learning ourselves. And after having done 4 sacred rounds now, 3 lunar years, working very, very deeply every day with this material, we can say that it has fundamentally changed our whole reality completely. And it's also opened up lots of interesting investigations into the past and how we got to this point and why we're all living in this total confusion now that seems to be sweeping across the planet. But With today, we are planting a seed that we no longer wish to be a part of that incoherency. We are going full steam ahead to meet the legend of Turtle Island, which is a real thing. And you can go away and investigate that, or you can join us on the journey and learn more about it, both through the cyberspace, which we will be giving lots of transmissions and live calls, but also in person. We do absolutely want to meet people as part of this 13 moon journey over the next 364 days.
Yeah, the last part is we're also going to align with the 13 signs, the 13 constellations. So the true sidereal astrology, which we're going to start calling also constellational astrology, we are integrating Ophiuchus, integrating the serpent energy into this process as well, because it's absolutely key. Ancient civilizations knew it, and they knew of the wisdom of this energy. Besides, the serpent's constellation, its tail goes all the way to the center of the galaxy. So we receive that life force energy. So we are going to be more connected to the galaxy and to the real cycles of time. So as a part of this process, we're going to be sharing how to work with sidereal astrology step by step as we do our transition as well.
Right. So if you do want to join us, we have a special offer, an early bird offer that is running until the August the 2nd, which is the beginning of the second wavespell in the mystical column, which is the wavespell of the blue magnetic monkey, which is all about play and magic. So it seems a perfect time to start this. We'll be sending out more information to our newsletter, and many of you signed up already about the details. So please do watch out for that. The early bird offer runs out the day before, but of course you can join up anytime during the first month or the first 28-day moon of this process as we unfold the experience and lay out all of the different coherencies that you can work with. And we're going to have quite an array of different inputs. And we've started today by actually receiving our new constellational astrological natal chart. So a big shout out to our sister, Dr. Danny, who's been helping us with that. And we're going to be connecting with it as part of this journey. But it's also our way of making our own reset, because as dyed-in-the-wool Scorpio stellium folks, we're feeling that perhaps this is the moment where we fully alchemize the Western astrology that we have been working with for quite a long time, but now are feeling doesn't really work for us. And we're wanting to be as authentic as above, so below, as within, so without. But if as above is 24 degrees off, it probably means the as within, so without is also perhaps a little miscued. So we've been investigating this for a long time, and we'll continue to investigate. But today we're making that jump and becoming Virgos. So that's just how we're doing it. But we're inviting all of you who've been following us for a while, and maybe some of you already in this material, to join us on that journey as we become much more fully aligned as above, so below cosmic humans.
Beautiful.
So that's really it, I think, Bella. Yeah, we don't want to
So,
take too long today. Yeah, we just
yes, we are in the energy of feeling the new cycle, the new year, the new lunar solar year, which is absolutely wonderful. We've been working with balancing the masculine and feminine, and this is the best way, not only for our mind, but also for our energy system to feel the balance of masculine and feminine by going into the 13 moon calendar now.
Right, so we do put out quite a lot of videos here on our channel. We've got a whole bunch of new missions and projects that we're going to be unfolding step by step. But we also have a few other things that we've been working on for a while, which we'll share again in future videos. But if you're hearing all of this perhaps for the first time on our platform, we'd love to meet more of you who want to step into this space. We have a really beautiful tribe who've been working in this way. We know many of you out there have also been perhaps working more in a solo style with some of this material before, and perhaps could be interested in a different type of container in which we've been working with it, and actually seeing incredible results across the board for ourselves and many of our tribe members. I think it would be fair to say we're in a very different place to where we were 3 years ago when we first started out on this road, and even a year ago, really. So these are exciting times. We're definitely excited. We're feeling the energy of the change, of the reset, and excitingly, the energy of the seed rather than the energy of the storm, which was needed. And a storm is very, very catalyzing. But also after 364 days, it's nice to have something that's a little different, that's going to take us and directly put our hands in the soil, which I think is great.
Yeah, just a final reminder that we have something called the Navigation Guide to Quantum Consciousness. And it's a way, it has 13 chapters, each one of them for each one of the tones or each one of the moons. So it's a wonderful way of also integrating tone by tone. What is the energy? What is the sacred geometry connected to it? What is the wisdom behind it? So if you feel like you're ready to do that jump by following the navigation guide, that is another way of doing it as well. It's going to be part of what we do in the journey for the pioneers.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's so fundamental to working with the 13 tone ascension ladder or creational tools. We've given a couple of options for people coming into our space for the first time who might want to come on the 13 moon journey with us, but haven't done that. We've given a special combo package that's incredibly good value, but will also allow you to roll out moon by moon each of those tones and actually feel the process. This is why we like to do it this way, because everything we do is in sync with the energy as we're sort of moving through it in our lives. And what we found is that when you're in that kind of coherency, the synchronicities just start to go off the chart and the magic really starts to open up to you. And that's, I think, what we're all here for, right? We all want to experience magic.
Yeah, and I like to finalize with the words from Jose Arguelles, who said that who controls your time controls your mind. So the way out of this, the way to reach our freedom and create our own reality is to take back time and jump into a way of experiencing time that gives us freedom and makes us experience every day as art and time as art in general, where you are creating what is coming from your heart and what keeps you happy and healthy and moving forward.
Right, yeah. Time is art, time is creativity. It's a lot more interesting to live life from that perspective, we both feel, and I'm sure many of you listening to this do too. So that's it really for today, everybody. We look forward to seeing many of you very soon on a live call and hopefully for the journey of the 13 moons, the legend of Turtle Island. And until then, in Lakesh, I am another you.